Starlight, Starbright, the last star you'll see tonight, or the dimmest star in this case, because I, Saturn J Blues, or Blues if you're nasty, have nothing in the tank right now. I don't have anything I'm going to react to. I don't have anything I want to play. I don't have anything that I want to create. I literally, like, you see this room that I'm in? This desolate, destroyed room? This is where my mind is right now. I have nothing in the tank. And I think that's okay. That's okay. You know, you can't always be on, if that makes sense. Like I am turned completely off. But I guess you know, when you get like this, it makes you just want to yap a little bit. So you know what? I do want to yap about a few things. First, it's okay to feel like blah. A lot of people, especially in, America, where they live by the selfish mantra of, oh yeah, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, you'll be all right. Yeah, fuck, unity. Let's be separate and selfish. Instead of cooperation, there's competition, all of that. It's okay to feel like messed up. It's okay to feel, out of it. It is a-okay. You can allow yourself to feel, you know, blah. And if anybody's like, oh yeah, you just gotta cheer up, just smack that person in the face. But yeah, guess I just feel very blah. I think that's okay. I think what I'll do, and this is kind of a trick that I do when I get into the situation, is I like to, you know, treat myself to like a certain thing. Like, oh, I have ice cream in the freezer. Maybe when I'm done, with this project, I'll just, get myself some ice cream as a reward. You know, do something that you'll look forward to having, whether it's to eat something or watch something or, anything like that. You should have that as like your reward for doing whatever you're doing. What's another I guess tips to inject yourself with the will to create. I guess that'll be that'll be this video. What's another tip? Of course, you can watch stuff or like read stuff to, especially for me, because one of my things is I'm doing the Stargazer's Odyssey, where I take where I go from conception to a full manuscript for a publisher to see with an idea that I have. My idea may seem simple, ow, but it's not. But my idea has, especially like in 2025, where Super Sentai is ending for a little while, and Power Rangers kind of like on a hiatus, and Kamen Rider is just not interesting. My series is kind of gonna take on like that Super Sentai-ish feel for it, and of course it's gonna be a women like an all women cast in terms of like the main characters. And like I said, I've gotten a good bit in there. I'll have like my second channel where I detail all of that, somewhere on the screen here. Um, so with that, I want to watch like a ton of like, Power Rangers or Super Sentai or Kamen Rider or any like Tokatsu series to kind of like get the juices flowing, So when you're tapped at ideas, maybe watch something that like is close enough to the idea that you have, and maybe that'll work. The second, honestly, sleep. I have not really slept, which makes this so much worse because I just haven't had the wherewithal to stream. especially with, you know, my little daughter, Ron, my little daughter Miso, being a little ill, which is a cat, by the way. Miso the cat. Yes, she's named after Miso Ramen. Shut up. But I just haven't had a lot of sleep either, which doesn't help. Um, what else? Watch mess. Okay, I like watching mess. It cheers me up. So like the messier the show, the better. I've watched a lot of like Kenny JD. Especially one of my favorite videos for her right now is the Danish Deception. I tried to do a react to that, but I couldn't like drum up the interest. And a lot of people would be like, "Oh, whoa, fake it till you make it." It's like, nah, because if you fake it, people would know. People know if you fake something like that. And quite frankly, that's never been my thing. I always want to put my authentic foot forward. Why fake that? You know what I mean? But I love mess. And so I've been watching a lot of mess, and the Danish Deception thing is so fucking messy. And it's so interesting. Like, I would love, like, if I wasn't, like, if I didn't have integrity, I could see myself scamming people out of stuff. Like, if I wasn't how I grew up, like, if I didn't, like, grow up with, showing respect to everyone and things like that, I could definitely be like, oh, a pretty but low self-esteem woman, let me just scooch on in there and scam you out of everything that you know and love, and then leave you for the next mark. Like, that's crazy. It's crazy to me how some people can legit just do that and get away with it. Because, like, you have Risa Tisa's Who the F Did I Marry? You have that other, the TikTok swindler, I think it's called. There we go. This guy right here. The TikTok swindler, or I guess the Tinder swindler. Like, the story behind this is wild. Not so much because of because he did a lot of women dirty, but like the person, like the woman telling the story, not the. Okay, hold on. Okay, there we go. So the one in the phone, in the phone right here, like, it's hard. Like, when it's hard to be unlikable and be a victim at the same time, because what you did, what happened to you was a serious crime, and it hurt you, and it left you with a lifetime of like trauma. It's like, damn, you're so unlikable too. It kind of reminds me of, there is a there was a police chase, or a police video I watched recently, where the woman was drunk and she almost killed two people, and the male police officer was a dick the entire time. And then he just, without, like, when they're at the station and like she's like getting stressed out because he's being such a dick, he just takes her and just swings her to the ground. And like her head hits something, and like for a full minute she's just in tears. She's like, ah, ah. And it's like, yeah, you almost killed two people, but I feel bad that that happened to you, because like, when you're in police custody, like, they're supposed to be the thing that keep you safe, and he did not do that. Like, her head was cracked open, she was bleeding and everything. She had to get like stitches, which cost like 25,000 K, because America's healthcare insurance is trash. But like, it's like she was such an unlikable person, but she's still a victim all the same. And in Danish Deception, as well as the video I just showed you, both of them are just unlikable, but they still suffer trauma. And I know that, especially in the Danish Deception, she's been getting a lot of hate, because of that. Because there's a lot of stuff that happened with her in Danish Deception that like made you go, hmm, but I like mess like that. Not like that, but I do like gossipy mess. So like watch something that you enjoy, I guess. This went from this is just a yap session, I guess. This is a yap session now. Um, I will also say like one of the things I have been enjoying too recently, is I rewatched The Fall of the House of Usher. I love it. Like I love that show quite a bit. I like love all the characters, and they're also like asshole victims too, because they're all nepo babies and they're all terrible people. But like you start to feel bad for them the longer like their torture's drawn out. Like I love that show. But yeah, this is just a yap session, I guess. But yeah, The Fall of the House of Usher is like very Edgar Allan Poe. Actually, hold on. Let me see if there we go. You are on the other side. Though I'm gonna need you to come over here. Oh, you're blocking my face. Hey, please. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, Fall of the House of Usher was a pretty dope show. I do strongly recommend it. A lot of people a lot of those people be like, oh, it's just woke garbage. Blah, 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 blah. Don't listen to them. Watch the show. It's actually really good. The death scenes are really gnarly, especially the first one. And pharmaceutical companies and pharmaceutical families can eat dicks. But let's see. I think the last thing, I want to say is that, you know, it's okay to feel down. It happens. Just don't let yourself feel down about feeling down. It's okay to feel down, you know? Like I feel down right now. I feel everything's kind of like grayish, or I guess in this case, tannish. And that's okay. It's okay to feel that way. But yeah, I think that's all the yapping I've got in me today. Hopefully, my next video or live stream or anything like that will have more of a kicked up version of me. But if you guys like this little yap session, I guess like, comment, and subscribe and all of that. Oh, maybe I'll do a video on Yu-Gi-Oh. Not like the video game, but like why it's falling off. Because like after playing like very little bit of it today, I'm like, man, this game used to be so much fun. What happened? Anyway, this is the last real stargazer, and I'll see you guys amongst the stars. Take care.